As I mentioned, we're now going to bring in Dr. Marc Siegel, Fox News senior medical analyst. He's also author of The Miracles Among Us, How God's Grace Plays a Role in Healing. Dr. Siegel, our thoughts and our prayers are with those hostages as they return to their families and return home. And we wonder what life will be like for them. Please do share your thoughts on what that journey will be like.
Well, it's a miracle that they're back. And it's a miracle that some of them are standing and walking, like you just see them hugging there. The two brothers, the Bermans, 28 years old, in Sheba Medical Center. I've been in touch with Sheba all day. They have an entire team. You talk about recovery, Sandra. It's a process. You know, it's a process of gradual reimmersion into life with social workers, with psychologists, with physicians. There's injuries. A lot of them are injured. Broken bones are the easiest things to heal. There's shrapnel wounds. There's infections that have to be treated. But above all, even when you heal the body, and you have to do it gradually with the severe malnutrition in some cases. You can't just give people regular food. You got to slowly return to a regular diet. But when all is healed, the psychic wounds take the longest to heal, and they take a long time, over time. Love and compassion and caring right off the bat. That's what the medical centers are going to give right off the bat. And families, so important. Post-traumatic stress, where you have nightmares, where you have flashbacks, where you have anxiety, go on for years and are very, very hard to treat.
You know, when you take a look at a couple of these hostages that came back, and we remarked on this when Idan Alexander was released, they look in remarkably good shape given their ordeal. But when you talk about the psychological wounds of what they've gone through, first of all, they were kidnapped, whether it was from the music festival or a kibbutz or a military installation. There was the terror of that process happening. And then they were kept in the dark, in tunnels. A lot of them were deprived of food, of sleep. Many of them were tortured. Some watched other hostages being killed or hostages die in their presence. When you talk about the psychological wounds, Doc, what is the depth of that on your psyche, and how can that be manifest in the years ahead?
John, you actually described that perfectly, and the word that comes to my mind is dehumanization. When you live through a period of depravity and dehumanization, it's hard to feel good about yourself, and that's part of what the flashback is. And you know, you talk about those tunnels. Eli Sharabi described being chained to another person there and going to the bathroom simultaneously, no privacy. You don't know when you're going to be tortured next. You don't know if you're going to be killed next. You're not seeing the light. People with medical conditions like asthma were literally gasping for air down there. And it takes a really long time to get back to reality. That's another thing. You have periods where you flash out of reality when you're that badly treated. It's barbaric, and I hate to say this, I almost never say this, but it's reminiscent of Auschwitz.
It's just, I feel I'm probably speaking for everyone at home as we were just watching that video again of those families watching their family members, those hostages being released, and just the feelings of this day, Dr. Siegel, we will never forget.
The feelings of this day are of hope and of courage and of re-entering life and of moving forward. But at the same time, we also mourn those who have been lost and those that aren't coming forward, those that will never come back.
Yeah, you know, I was about to say that we see the joy in the faces of the families who had hostages returning home to them alive, but you know, more hostages than came back alive in this, as part of this deal, will come back. Just their remains will come back. 20 people were released alive. 28 hostages remained who are deceased. Only a small handful of those came forward. So what's the long-term impact for the families whose loved ones either came home in a box or, you know, Hamas doesn't know where all of them are, may never come home?
The ones that come home, there's constant ongoing healing that will be. Those that come home that they bury, at least they have closure. The president was talking about that today. It's important, but it's a small comfort compared to the great loss that you feel. Not knowing what happened is the worst of all, and I think that will be the case. And it just shows you how tragic this entire situation is, and really that some families will be inconsolable. If you get your loved one back, you can work for the rest of their days at bringing them back to regular life.
We pray for them. Dr. Siegel, thank you.
We pray for them. Thank you.
Thank you, Doc. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hey, it's Will Kane. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News channel on YouTube. It's the best way to get our latest interviews and highlights. And click to subscribe to the Will Cain podcast for full episodes right now.